Welcome along to another little adventure. Just scouring the banks of an old railway line, part of the old Great Central Railway. And normally along these banks you can find bits and pieces. Normally old telegraph poles, or the old brackets, insulators, like there's one here. There you go, it's near complete. It's got an old insulator on there. You spot the little brackets they used to fit onto. It's part of the old telegraph pole. Yeah, surprising what you can find down the bank still on the Great Central. Austin's found the stick as usual. Yeah, so these are the little metal brackets I used to sit on. I'd normally keep them, but I can't get that one off. I'll have to try that one a bit later. Right, we're going to have a little look along this railway line, see what other little bits we can find, and I'll catch you in a second. It's still pretty clear down here. This is the stretch that leads towards Radstone, and then the other direction is towards Helmdon. I've been down this bit before, it never seems to be very clear this time of year. So we're just going to have a bit of a scour down the banks, see what we can find. Lots of old freight. That's why it's so black along here. It's all the... Well, actually, this is probably what the banks were originally made out of. There's a load of bricks here. There we go, there's a bracket. That's the tensioner for the telegraph pole. So by the looks of it, there's telegraph poles running either side. There's lots of old bricks. Old metal plate here. Not sure what that's off. Probably make it out just there, the metal plate. There's still lots of freight down the banks. So yeah, I'll keep going, see if I can get to a bit of a clearing so we can have a better look. I mean, this is quite a steep embankment and not easy trying to get up and down. What we've got down there is a little culvert. Typical Austin, goes straight in it. See if we can get around the other side. There's a few top coping stones still there. Obviously they get pinched over time. They're pretty loose still. natural little Calvert brickwork's lovely on there. Even the original old Great Central fencing. Just about standing. Yeah, you still see quite a lot of this along the lines. It's a coal. Another bit there, look. Probably come bouncing out the back of a tender on a steam train all them years ago. Yeah, I'll steam this way. There's another piece of Telegraph insulator. Oh, there's a lot of pheasants about. So there we go, there's an old telegraph pole still in the ground. Just try and make our way back onto the track bed. The other side of the bank, there's a lot of little bits and pieces you can still find. It's amazing, really. Another telegraph pole, the whole complete end look. Still got the little top plate on top. Yeah. I don't know if this is railway related or not. Old, it's like an old frame to something. That's interesting. If anyone knows what that possibly could be, leave a comment. It's obviously tipped down the bank. Well, we'll see how far we can walk anyway. It's pretty overgrown, as you know, along these banks. So it's a bit heavy underfoot, but we'll manage. There you go, there's another telegraph pole. Obviously when the railway closed, the telegraph poles were just chopped at the base and then just pushed down the banks, just left to rot really. And over the years people have been collecting the isolators. I've got a few of these at home. Some of them say LNER, some of them are blank. There's a few smashed ones around here. There's another one. So yeah, it's almost like railway archaeology coming along here. That's a big chunk of coal, blimey. Yeah, it makes you wonder if these are just bounced out the tenders on steam trains. When the Great Central closed, obviously the track clearance, when they took all the track up, all the ballast, a lot of it was collected, but a hell of a lot of it was just pushed over the sides and the banks. That's why you can see a lot of it scattered down the banks. along with everything else. Telegraph poles, ballast bins, I've come across those before. So the track bed's up there. Oh wow, look, there's another telegraph pole. This one looks really complete. Let's go and have a look. There's one of the steps. You can see where it was cut. There's the main frame. Wow. Step there, step there. That's your main top bit where the insulators went on. Look at that. Yeah, I'll say that's a nice find. Huh. Bit big to take home. I said to my mate Terry, I normally come across something like this, I'd love to carry it home and restore it, but it's probably long gone. It's well rotten. So yeah, we'll keep on looking, see what else we can find. I'll see you in a sec. So while I'm making tracks along this awkward terrain along this embankment, just like to say subscribe to my videos, press the like button and leave any comments you wish, which will be great. And just going to turn the camera around because I found a couple of little bits. That is partly buried. Helmdon monument. There's one there, I think. Another one just here, possibly. Well, I don't know, I'm not too sure what that one is. What's it got on the top? So I can stand it up. Bit difficult on this bank. There you go. I don't think that's going to stand up. I'll leave my light down anyway. Not too sure what that is. There you go, it's another little find. Looks like it remains of another little culvert down the bottom there. So much stuff along this embankment. It's crazy. The remains of our once great central railway. We'll keep on plodding along, see what else we can find. So we're on top of the track bed itself now. You can probably make out its width. So from that point there across to there. Obviously the Great Central is a double track. I think this bit's a little bit easier to get through winter. Austin, this way. Starting to get quite overgrown now, so I might turn back in a second. Well, we're still on the track bed. It's very overgrown. Struggling to get my way through, but we're sort of like slowly edging towards the main Welsh Lane Bridge, just before Helmdon, and then just beyond Welsh Lane Bridge is obviously Helmdon station, and The embankment is got a lot smaller now. You can still see all the freight. This is real exploring at its finest anyway, because I'm struggling to get through. And holding the camera at the same time isn't easy, so that's why I'm having to do little sections. But we'll see how we get on. We'll go a little bit further. Well, if you stay watching for this long, then you've done well, because the video is a lot shorter than what it's actually taken to get through. But we'll keep on plodding and see what we can find. Well, there you go. Ooh. After all that rummaging through there, which I'll look back at, that was thick. Thick with brambles, bushes, you name it. And we come out to a bit of a clearing now. There's an old post, like an old farm access post. Yeah. So we've literally covered from that tree line in distance. So we've come along this track bed along here, and that's how long it's taken me to get just through that bit, about 20 minutes. And I think what I'll do now is I'll just walk along this side of the field. There we go, in all its glory, the great central fence still remaining. You know, all the things that rotted away, telegraph poles, other things to do with the railway, but the fence, there's something about this fence that seems to have lasted the longest. It's still pretty solid. Never really touched in after all these years. Right, just go a little bit further along now. I think we're nearly to the Welsh Lane Road Bridge. Once we get there, I'll just show you over the track bed. I'll see you shortly. I've come down off the field and I thought I'd come down onto the track bed again and have a quick nosy, and that's pretty overgrown. I'm not going to be getting very far along here. Still pretty flat though, still in good condition. Without all these trees in the way, it'd look pretty amazing. It'd make a good cycle path. Missed opportunity, I think. What's that there? An old bottle. It looks quite clear along the bank, so we'll just take this route. So there's your track bed. That's your track bed along there. And Austin's pretty much stood near another telegraph pole, or where one was. The base of one anyway. Oh, nearly slipped. Right, we're just going to cut off here and I'll just try and work my way past this. Okay, that's the big bush I just worked myself around, and I think we've come across something else here now. Looks to me like a milepost. I'll just see if I can get around the other side. definitely a milepost, just right on the edge of the trap bed. And I've just cleared where this mile marker post is, and this was just slightly buried, and I thought it might have something to do with it, but I'm not too sure. So there we go, another piece of history. Now move on, just slightly up from the milepost, come across something else. I'm not sure what it is. I'll try and dig that out in a second, see if I can get a better look at it. Don't know if it's metal or concrete. Dig, 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 dig. Austin, come here, look. Dig, 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 dig. That, to me, looks like a fire bar. Yep, I reckon that is as well. The fire bar is basically this is one of loads of bars that run along the bottom of the firebox in a steam locomotive. So I reckon that's what that is. Leave a comment if you think I'm wrong, but that's what I think that is. I'm going to try and dig it out. And there we go, after a bit of digging. That is a fire bar. So that's fallen out the bottom of a locomotive at some point. That's crazy. Oh, it's a nice find. Very good find. Right. I shall leave that there for someone else to find one day in the future. And we're going to move on. Let's keep going. So there we go then. That's the Helmdon Road, well, that's the Welsh Lane Road bridge just before Helmdon station. So we're literally just come to the end of here. There's a fence now. And we're just going to head back. So I hope you enjoyed that other little video of mine. It was a mission, trying to get through there, but we found a few things. So yeah, it's a little explore. I enjoyed that. So please subscribe. Thanks again for watching one of my videos, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers for now. Bye.